Well, Yolo Abdafford now joins us from the US in Londonderry, New Hampshire. Yolo, a colourful package there, a colourful election by every stretch of the imagination. How is the battle exactly between Republicans and Democrats really taking shape on the streets?
It's a very chilly day here in New Hampshire, but it's a hot battle between the Democrats and the Republicans. And also, there's quite a few people who are talking about the independent candidate in this state. Now then, it is obviously Republicans against Democrats. And it is important because of the presidential campaign, which seems to get the lion's share of all the attention. Opinion polls seem to favour Clinton more than Trump, but there are some opinion polls who put Trump ahead as well, even in this swing state. But really, it's how the election affects the representatives from New Hampshire in the Congress, in the Senate, and across all the other states nationwide. This is also important in terms of the Republicans and the Democrats, because these are the people that eventually pass the laws that affects and impacts all Americans from coast to coast. And we will talk now to one legislator here in New Hampshire. Al Baldassaro is a legislator in New Hampshire. Now, how close is the battle between Republicans and Democrats in New Hampshire, first of all?
Well, the way the polls are showing that it is close, but we don't believe the polls there because Hillary Clinton spent a lot of money on these posters there. So I honestly believe the Republicans are going to win. Trump will be victorious.
You think that the confidence is there with the Republicans, despite this talk of a divide, because of Donald Trump himself?
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. I know many Democrats in New Hampshire that will not vote for Hillary, but they won't speak out for fear of attacks within their party. The independents are all swaying towards Donald Trump.
What is it about Donald Trump, and I know that you've stood on the same ticket and you've spoken at his rallies, what is it about Donald Trump, do you think, that appeals to some Republicans, if not all of them?
Well, he's a businessman. He's not a politician. He's not somebody to blow smoke up. Well, anyways, he tells it like it is. He's, the real deal. He's got some great policies. He wants to put America first.
Do you think that he's left it late to talk about policies when he's been talking about the immigration issue, he's been talking about making America great, he's been talking in terms of general terms, not just here in New Hampshire, but across the states, and he's left it late to explain what his policies will be?
Well, actually, I don't think he ever left it late, because if you look on his website, his policies, many of them have been there. He's got a book out there that's been there. His policies are been speaking from day one in the primaries. That's why he came out number one. But the key here in the issue in New Hampshire is somebody like Trump resonates with the liberty-minded people, the Constitution, protecting the government, a government out of your house, out of your home, leave our guns alone, America first.
Now, that kind of talk, people might be surprised to hear in New Hampshire. They might expect it from the Midwest. They might expect it from the southern states. Why is that seen so important for Americans in New England as it is for Americans, say, in Arizona or Nevada?
Well, New Hampshire's the live free or die state. Okay, we believe in, freedom. We want government to leave us alone. We have states' rights. Article 10 of the U.S. Constitution. We have the right to govern ourselves without, the federal government imposing or pushing their beliefs onto the New Hampshire. Arizona has different beliefs in their states. They should be running the state the way they choose to run them. Donald Trump will be victorious throughout the country, and the real polls are showing the truth, not the liberal media polls.
Al Baldassaro, thank you for talking to us this morning in New Hampshire, in a very windy New Hampshire. Now, after today, there are 16 days left until that all-important voting day on November the 8th.